Welcome to the 15th season of the Black Line Championship Series here on the Sportiest Stream. We've been here since season 11, and we are back here again for more Black Line Championship Series. Some of the best teams out there, some of the best storylines out there, and we get to see our inaugural start to this incredible season, and it is with a returning team. Cloudy Blue taking on Lux Villains as a raid coming in from Cassium. Thank you for the follow for the raid there, Cassium. Welcome to the Sportiest Stream. Hopefully your stream was going well. What were you doing, my friend? I would assume a lot of it is Rocket League related. Well, you've come to a great space for Rocket League action. As I mentioned, Cloudy Blue, Lux Nova, a best of 5 series on our only match tonight. Out to begin in just a few minutes. We've seen Cloudy Blue before, but they have made a change since we last saw them, adding in Yuki, hoping obviously to better themselves from last season. We did get to see their playoff run last season. It was one that I think they would have preferred to not talk about. A run that was cut short in lower bracket round number 2. And they had their loss on stream to Sky High Ascent. This season looking to do a little bit better than that. Again, Cloudy Blue. Lux Villains. Again, as I mentioned, this is a best of 5, so and you gotta win 3 games to move on through. Again, we've seen Cloudy Blue, Lux Villains though. A new team, but not a very new org. Lux has been in this scene, especially in Blackline, for a pretty long amount of time, but I think one of their newer rosters, Slushy, Mocha, and Vinny T. Being week 1, there's so much to prove for these teams, so much excitement coming into this. For that excitement, you now need to kind of show up when it matters most. You can be a top team, but to do that, you gotta get yourself off to good runs. And for Cloudy Blue, last season wasn't that good for them either. They were the 4th seed coming out of their group, just barely making it in the Contenders series. Playoffs are pretty tough to get into. You need to be in the top 4 out of 8 teams in your group. Of course, as you know, them and Lux Nova, since they're playing each other, obviously share the same group. So, again, these two playing in week 1 of what will be a 7-week season, which will then lead into a massive final bracket. Wait. And these teams join on in. Cloudy Blue again trying to prove that this season is their season to go. We'll get this match just about underway. And again, just a few minutes. These teams just finishing up their warm-ups. Again, it should be an exciting series. I am excited for this series. We haven't seen Cloudy Blue in a decently long time. And the last time I saw them actually wasn't even that. It was in the Royalty Series about a month ago when they played against Team Jumba. Well, that obviously was their loss to Sky Ascent back in mid-February. So again, we have been waiting for a while, but Season 15 has arrived, and it's arriving in full force. Every match matters in the Contenders series. It's, again, the toughest one to get into playoffs-wise. You have to be the top half of the teams in the division, which is no easy feat. Compared to other divisions where it's 20 teams and the top 16 make it, this one is not as very forgiving. You have to do well in this division to show up, and Contender Series also being wildly the biggest one of them all. To progress up divisions, you need to have an incredible run. You need to be a team that has been amazing since the very start. This week 1 is going to be a huge proving ground for both these sides in their performances. Of course, we have to wait on them. As soon as they're here in the lobby, we'll be getting things underway. Again, this is our only match tonight, so won't be here for very long. If you're coming in to see this match, well, you will definitely be loving this. Great series, a big series. How many good teams we have seen before. Need to be able to see some more here at this division. Again, the Contender Series always mixes up its rosters, always mixes up its players. Again, you have to appreciate all the amazing things you see, you know, in this contender series, because it is always changing. It's against one where it's so tough to prove yourself, but there are teams that do it. Again, here we go. Again, we're just gonna get these things put out very, very soon. And again, I think another person got a shout out for Lux here that while we wait is Hacks, who is their manager. I know he's not listed, he's not their coach, not a sub, but he is their manager. Gotta shout out the manager. They never get enough love on this stream. Again, shout outs to Hacks. I know he'll be actually watching this. He was given permission by Cloudy Blue to be able to spectate this one. So again, I know he's excited to get to see Lux Villains' his first run here. Again, we haven't seen Lux Esports in a while since last season. Saw Lux Esports' main team in the Masters division. I think that's the last time we got to see Lux here in the Blackline Championship Series. Well, we get to see them again here. Lux Esports, not always an order that we have seen so often. At least compete in this league. We haven't seen them a ton on this stream, but this will be another one here. Cloudy Blue trying to reclaim redemption from their Season 14 lower bracket woes. Now they come to Season 15, a clean slate, a new couple of teams to play against, and a whole new chapter in the runs and the careers of these players. This is what the Blackline Championship Series, Contenders Series is made for. It's made for redemption. It's made for teams that can climb the top. We've seen the best of the best in this division before. Can Cloudy Blue ascend this season? Good luck to these teams. The inaugural start here, the Blackline Championship Series. Cloudy Blue taking on Lux Villains. A best of 5. And this is for week number 1. Cloudy Blue taking the blue side as they often do on this stream. Lux Villains on the orange. And again, the major change for Cloudy Blue this season. Actually not even here tonight, but again, that addition in Yuki. But they're keeping the 3 players that have been here, that were here last season. The 3 players that have been here since last season. Lux Villains are going to come in as a new roster. 3 players and 3 players only. A team that's got that confidence. So often you see teams add that 4th, add a sub, add another player, in case things don't go well. Lux Villains aren't one of those teams. They are confident in the talent that they have, and why shouldn't they coming into Blackline Championship Series? So often for teams entering in divisions, it can be a topsy-turvy run because generally it goes one of 2 ways. Either this new team does really well, or this new team doesn't do all that well. Well, how it starts, Lux Nova gonna get here is, oh, they just go wide. Now Mocha will see that one saved away by Tiny Tin. Goes by the name of Trent. He used to go by the name of Trent on this stream as well. Obviously, he's kept that Tiny Tin name for quite a while here for Cloudy Blue. As Lux Villains now playing a little bit more on the defensive side. Warren, big goal scorer. We've seen him usually the one to finish off these attacks from Cloudy Blue. Not always the one to start them, though. Oftentimes, you see Mr. Twister trade that position with Tiny Tin, and usually they both play that first man, third man role. Oftentimes, Ford just kind of sits as that second one to the play, the one to get that follow-up shot. As now he'll look to start it as a flick, Slushy. Not the touch he wanted there, as Ford will not be able to find the shot. And Cloudy Blue will look again. Infield pass, Tiny Tin, open space, but he couldn't put it on. And Cloudy Blue, quick to retreat, Slushy, big clear, Mocha, this one will find the back of the nets. The first goal in the Blackline Championship Series, Season 15, and it is Mocha off of Slushy. And the goal for Lux Villains. A start they've been looking for, a back and forth beginning, a whole lot of defense to talk about, but it's that one offensive chance that finally breaks through. Cloudy Blue pushing up a bit further than they would have wanted to on that play. Now they're down by 1. In their last season, probably best described as mediocre. A team that made it to the final bracket, but only played in 3 matches and not make too much of an impact in that final run. This team in Cloudy Blue wants to prove that this season is theirs. We've seen so many teams glow up after a bad season. It happens all the time. And in the Contenders series, where so often these teams are so close to each other, all you need is a little bit of a change, a little bit of time to connect things together, and that's the difference between a top team and a not top team. In the Contender series with so many teams playing in it, it's only those top teams that get remembered, that get to be on, get to be namesakes, that get to be told on this stream. Cloudy Blue wants to be that top team, and I know that they watched the stream a good amount. They probably got to see a lot of the run last season from Dino Electronic Athletic Organization, the team that eventually won the Contender series, a team that we got to see almost the entire run of throughout their season. Trying to live up to that. That was a team that had played so well, and even being Team Ignition at the end of that season as well. Cloudy Blue wants to be at that kind of level. This is a season to prove it, and that's a goal to get things started. It's Mr. Twister in for Cloudy Blue. And eventually the prodding will work. A whiff from Mocha, and it's Cloudy Blue who will score one back. The Cloudy Esports org, a pretty good, decent-sized org as well. This is a team of theirs that we know the most on the stream. We've seen them a ton last season, almost the entire run. We definitely got to see most of their playoff bracket run. And they've already gotten themselves a goal, now looking for another as for it. Cleared back by Vinny T and Twister. Oh, he's whiffed on it! Vinny T will say thank you very much. That's one back for Lux Villains, and the lead is in their favor once again. Maybe a little bit of nerves here, it being that first match back. Seen a couple whiffs from these players in strange situations. That one from Mr. Twister definitely being the strangest by far here in this series. And Cloudy Blue, they don't have a lot of time to come back, and they've never been known to be an ultra-aggressive side. Especially when the pressure is on them like it is here with Lux Villains. Cloudy Blue is going to have to make the most of their chances, but they can't even get one here as Slushy. Hammered away there by Mr. Twister. Tiny Tin leaving it for Foreign. Vinny T looking for the Doomsday Dish. Mr. Twister will get back to it. And Tiny Tin will go up by himself. Good, like to himself, a extra touch. Foreign has to cut back, gets the second, but goes straight to Lux Villains, and well, double commit there will go in their favor as Mocha gets another touch on it. Vinny T. Foreign. Less than 30 seconds to go, and Cloudy Blue need to get offense. Maybe this is it. Tiny Tin's redirect. Mocha wants this one away, but he's ran out of boost. So has Mr. Twister. Tiny Tin doesn't challenge. And Vinny T trying to seal this one, but Cloudy Blue will hold on, but they've got to get a chance here. Slushy, though, playing keep away. And Lux Villains, oh, they've actually got a high flick here. Mocha wants it dropped. Vinny T wants one more, and it will eventually hit the ground. Lux Villains will take game one. It was definitely one where they really fought for it there. They had that early goal, but it was a relatively relaxed playstyle from both these teams. Nothing crazy. A lot of poking, and Lux Villains definitely being the ones to push a little bit further. Their run here, their series, far from over. One game isn't often enough to take down Cloudy Blue. This team is relatively consistent in being able to take games off of opponents, off really any opponent. That's what makes them a pretty scary roster, is that they do have that consistency. As we move into game number 2, it is Lux Villains of Lux Esports to be in the lead. Will be Cloudy Blue's responsibility to prove why they should stick around. Especially since one of the issues they had last season is showing up again in that offense. So often this team, if they aren't winning in the shot numbers, often aren't really putting all that much into offense in the first place. Lux Villains definitely proving that right now their offense just wants it a little bit more, but Cloudy Blue, well, they're already getting themselves upfield. Again, I want to see this team be a little bit more fearless, a little bit more shot willing, Because so often we see Cloudy Blue feels like they hold back on their chances on offense, and you just can't do that at this level. You have to take your opportunities, and that is a prime example why. Here comes the captain for Cloudy Blue. It's Tiny Tin. But look at that pass from Mr. Twister. Really does make it light and fluffy, and you put a touch like that, it just feels like it hangs in the air if you're a defender. And Tiny Tin gets on the end of it. Was another bump near Tiny Tin off the kickoff. Open space for Cloudy Blue. Foreign. Oh, Mr. Twister looking for the bump there, but no one connected on, and Cloudy Blue will look to keep the offense going, but Mocha infield to Slushy. Mocha going ahead for the bumps, and he will not need it. Slushy will be given credit, as that touch from Tiny Tin cascades into a whole lot more. Mocha looking for the bump on Mr. Twister. It actually wasn't necessary. That shot from Slushy was perfectly placed in the bottom left. And again, Lux Villains proving that not only can Cloudy Blue keep up, they can keep up too. Is off the kickoff. Shot there saved away. But how many kickoffs they've won, we've seen multiple times. Tiny Tin, as that second one on the kickoff, forced into going for the bump on that defender, sorry, that attacker from Lux Villains, knowing that they could score off the kickoff. And, you know, eventually, you feel like those kickoff problems for Cloudy Blue are going to come back to haunt them, but what will haunt them is Vinny T. He's got another this series. And it's Lux Villains who continue to score again here. And again, they have the lead. Same scoreline that ended last game. This time coming a whole lot earlier on Forbidden Temple. Mocha continually leading the offense out of Lux Villains. Cloudy Blue need to find their own. Mr. Twister, forward. Oh, it's a great early chance, but Slushy, no boost, but he'll get the clear as Mocha trying to get the 50 on Tiny Tin, but instead will find the demo as Vinny T. Great first touch. Now the 50 with Foreign. Oh, but a bit of awkwardness there from Lux Villains, and Cloudy Blue will have more opportunities. Mr. Twister, Foreign waiting in the midfield. Oh, and a light touch there. Mocha coming back. Oh, what a block, but Tiny Tin will put in the finisher. And Cloudy Blue have put one back as that touch from Foreign, he had to make it light. It was covered by Vinny T. Tied at 2. Vinny T will look for another one. Off the back wall. Tiny Tin will save. And Mocha, Mr. Twister. Lux Villains, they gotta be careful there because that redirect from Foreign. And he's definitely good at putting those on targets. That one a little bit more tame than usual is now a whiff from Mocha. And another shot from Foreign that's strangely off target. And usually known for his sharpshooting ability there. Foreign, a little bit lackluster here. And Lux Villains are definitely going to take notice as Vinny T. Oh, I needed to shoot on that one. Instead, it will be Tiny Tins as, oh, a double commit from Lux Villains. No one connects on it. The redirect, the doink. Oh, it's off the post. Mr. Twister off the crossbar. And Vinny T, oh, he doesn't get that clear. Now it's in. Foreign with a little creativity. And Cloudy Blue eventually will find the breakthrough chances. A touch from Vinny T was expecting the challenge to come earlier from Foreign. But it never came. They'll be caught flat-footed. Series continues, but Cloudy Blue striking fourth. Another one for Mr. Twister. It's first of this game, however. And now a 2-goal lead. We have not seen that yet this series. It may not stay for long. It won't off the kickoff. Finally, Lux Villains take notice of the continual kickoff issues that Cloudy Blue have been having this series. And, well, eventually they'll get a goal. This is the one that they needed. As with 2 minutes to go, this game has been high scoring, to say the very least. All Lux Villains need is another good one, and we'll be tied up here, but that's a whiff, and it's Foreign who will slot it. 5-3, and we still have 2 minutes to go in this game. Oh, Mocha there jumped early, thought he had that one, but the ball was a lot faster than he thought it was. And that's about as easy as it gets for Ford. He's not going to miss those chances. And it is Cloudy Blue who will, at least for now, hold that 2-goal advantage. A bit of insurance to add their stats, and Lux Villains, they'll try to go the other way. And as I mentioned, Cloudy Blue is such a consistent team, usually pretty good at taking at least one game off of any opponent they face. Very rarely do I ever see this team get swept. In fact, in their season 14 playoff run, lost in the upper bracket, came to game 7, thus their first win in lower bracket came to game 5, and their loss in lower round 2 where they got out of the tournament went to game 4, so they are able to take games off of teams, really off of anyone. All about being able to put that together, play clutch, close out series, which again has been an issue for Cloudy Blue. Being able to make sure that offense does get things working as Vinny T. I don't know where on earth he's going because that net's open, and that's about the strangest goal I've ever seen. Slushy felt Vinny T behind him and left, and I don't think Vinny T was actually called to shoot that one, and that's a huge miscommunication there. You would think Slushy would have let Vinny T know to take that one, or the other way around. A strange mistake. And it is Lux who will... Oh, they'll give up another one to Cloudy Blue as 7-3. Foreign with his hat-trick, and this game has gone off the rails quickly here. I mentioned now, Cloudy Blue is not really known for their offensive striking. Maybe they're turning a new leaf. That game 1 wasn't very impressive, but this game 2, that's the kind of Cloudy Blue we did not get to see often last season. It's the kind of Cloudy Blue you need to see this season. If they want to be making it further in that bracket. Oh, maybe another chance here. Mr. Twister! Off the post and in. 3 goals for him as well. And Cloudy Blue with a second player with their hat-trick. And a bad touch from Mocha. And what was a relatively close game has definitely not continued to stay that way. Cloudy Blue with a stomping right now. A 5-goal difference over Lux Villains, and they're looking for another one off the kickoff. Mr. Twister. Low dribble though. Tiny Tin on it, but that shot will be saved by Slushy, and at this point for Lux Villains, I keep calling them Lux Nova. That's a different Lux team. They'll get one back. It's a little bit of consolation. And maybe, just maybe, it'll help them out a little bit as we're going to head into Game 3, which will be quite an important game in this series. With how good the teams are. That Game 3 is really going to determine probably the rest of the series. As Mocha wants to prolong it there, as Lux with another one on Vinny T, and all of a sudden the comeback doesn't seem all that far-fetched. We have not seen a 5-goal comeback on this stream. I don't believe that's ever happened. And if it has, I can't remember. That's how long ago it would have happened. Lux Villains trying to see if it is possible for them. 35 seconds to go. Another kickoff that will go their way. Mocha, the corner, Foreign will reach to it. That touch, now the dribble. Slushy not there, and neither is Vinny T as Tiny Tin. Mr. Twister, oh, he went for the bump instead. And Lux will see that ball away. Slushy. Back by Foreign. Mocha. Foreign again. Lux trying to chase that one, but they won't get another goal here. The comeback won't happen. Cloudy Blue will even the series up. Game 2 will be theirs. You know, the usual strong play we see from Mocha, there are still 5 assists, but Cloudy Blue's offense just took over. And again, if they can do that more often, this is a series they definitely can take. Need to see them do it. There are no real easy matches in this division, especially again with how tough the playoffs are. And in reaching to it, these teams going to Game 3, they can't take this series easily. So we head into game number 3. Cloudy Blue and Lux Villains back on the field, and this really is going to determine that series. It's not only determine match point, determine the rest of the series to go. Who's going to have that advantage in game 4? Who's going to be able to take the series in game 4? Oh, Cloudy Blue not off to a great start there with that touch from Foreign, but thankfully Mr. Twister there to save him. And for Lux, really, they're going to just need to make sure that they shut down that offense. Done it once this series. Just need to do it again and again. But Foreign, oh my goodness, off the ceiling! Looking for that ceiling reset, nearly had that shot too. But Lux Villains, thankful it was a little wide and a little outside. Still though, Cloudy Blue, getting a bit nasty, getting a lot more aggressive. You can tell this team has experience in this division. That experience is coming in handy. Another early lead here. They took it in game 2. They had that early lead and that first goal. They'll do it again in game 3. Even had it in game 1 as well, come to think of it. Oh, they had the answer in game 1, but... And again, this team has given themselves chances. Cloudy Blue. Mr. Twister. Oh, what a flip reset. Oh, Foreign wasn't ready for that, though, and it's going to go the wrong direction. Cloudy Blue now stuck on the back end. Mr. Twister picks up the corner boost. Slushy, though, won't let the clear go far. Foreign leaving it for Tiny Tin, but Vinny T throwing it on target. Not a lot of power, though, and Cloudy Blue will make sure that one stays far away. Another chance and another block from Mr. Twister, who has been a huge defensive rock. Even last season, he had to play that way. And he does it again here. As I said, so often you see Foreign in that second man role, and you see Tiny Tin and Mr. Twister first and third, and usually rotating out that way. As Lux with Slushy. Tiny Tin. Oh, off the ceiling. That net's wide open. Oh, but Foreign couldn't do it. It pinched off the post and out. Lux Villains with a bit of a gift there. A little bit of fortune. That Cloudy Blue wasn't able to score that one because a double commit from Lux, and that's all that it took for Cloudy Blue to break through. Now they'll go again. Now a double commit from Cloudy Blue, but it will get him off. The shot's on. Mocha's there. Slushy, no boost in the tank, can't get the shot. Foreign with the half flip, but Vinny T will beat him to the race. Lux Villains still just looking for the clear, but running out of resources. Tiny Tin smelling blood in the water. And that lead for Cloudy Blue is doubled. Mr. Twister sets up the back wall with Lux Villains having been all but denied of taking boost. Cloudy Blue is taking over. The veterans in the Blackline Championship Series, proving that their veteran talent really does quantify. So many people don't talk about, talk about so much coming into the season, talking about having won, about rank, about confidence. What about veteranship? Cloudy Blue may not be the oldest team in this division, but definitely one that has had their fair share of experiences, and again, that veteran experience. Just knowing this field will definitely help them, but they have overcommitted again, and it's not the first time they've had that issue. As Mocha will get the goal off of Slushy's pass, and this series, this game really, I should say, far from one-sided as the last one ended up being. As off the kickoff, and there it is. It's all tied up. In the span of a couple seconds, Lux Villains have scored 2 back, and again, those kickoffs have been their bread and butter this series. Simply put, they've won them more often, won them stronger, and have scored more often off of them. But Cloudy Blue, maybe their chance to take one back. It's a bit too high, though. And Cloudy will have to try again a different way as Tiny Tin. Chance for a solo play, but Slushy looking to deny it. Foreign, though, does call it off with the upfield touch. Mocha. Now Mr. Twister. Will commit from Lux, but it's a team pinch, and on Cloudy Blue, I don't think we're paying attention there. Foreign wasn't looking at the ball, and as soon as he saw it was going towards him, just wasn't in the right position to hit it. He'll still have the dribble. Foreign. Oh, what a touch. Tiny Tin. And that's in the net. And again, we mentioned so much about Foreign being that second man, but he can do the first man role too. He's got the mechanics for it. A great setup. Tiny Tin will have no issues scoring. Another 1-goal lead for Cloudy Blue. They'll defend this one with their life, but that defense already a bit shaky. Mocha! Oh, he needed to score that one. No one was back. Cloudy Blue will not give them a second chance on that attempt. Tiny Tin in the midfield. Mocha with another cutoff. And again, we've seen Mocha lead this team. Carry Lux Villains already. They'll do it again. Oh, what a bump! Mocha! Savagery on the field here in DFH Stadium. It's Mocha to delete Tiny Tin from the net. And it's Lux Villains to tie it once again. Tied at 3. The series still seemingly young in the night. And the scoreline, well, it can only end one way. Whose way will it be? Up is Mocha. Nichi trying to distract with that early jump, but Cloudy Blue saw that one every step of the way. Now they'll go up the field themselves. Vinny T, though, booming clear. Tiny Tin, low boost will send this one up for Mr. Twister to chase, and Cloudy Blue at this point just looking for offense. They'll get it, though. That touch from Vinny T is not that great. We'll have the dunk, but it only limits what Cloudy Blue can do. Tiny Tin to the back wall. The pop-up will be straight to Slushy. Cloudy Blue again having to just wait for their opportunities. It will come eventually, and that one, I thought it was it. There was 3 players, all of them from Lux Villains up on that one. But we're able to get the touch at the end of that play, and Cloudy Blue will have to try a different way. We'll even get a different way, because Lux Villains holding the offense. Slushy up front, off the back wall. Tiny Tin. It will go the other way. Vinny T, the pop-up play. Mr. Twister wants one at 0 seconds. Foreign! Oh, just out of reach. That would have been the game winner. But it will not connect, and we will head to overtime. Cloudy Blue took the early lead, but have not been able to hold it. A quick mid-game comeback from Lux Villains was what they needed to get themselves a tied game, to get themselves this opportunity to take double match points over Cloudy Blue. Cloudy Blue, not gonna let that end quickly, but they do need to focus on Mocha. Mocha's been a scary player, really the one to set up these plays for Lux Villains. They have not left the offense all that often, and for very good reason. But Cloudy Blue, this is their chance! Saved by Mocha, low boost in the tank. Slushy needs to clear, but awkward on the ball, can't really get much going. Cloudy Blue does give space though, and even though that Lux Villains will still have to play defense, it is time for them to just get back, to get boost, to get themselves in the right position, and to try a different way. As Foreign, Vinny T up for it, looking for the double tap, but no touch completed. Cloudy Blue will look to go the other way. As Tiny Tin, first touch, not close to the back wall as he wanted, but he is given the dribble here and bumped away, but still on target. Mocha will reach back. And Lux Villains looking a little bit more nervous right now on defense. Not that neither of these teams are looking nervous, both of them definitely looking a little bit weak at times. It's Lux Villains are a little bit more panicky, a little bit more jumpy. Again, with this being, I believe, the first time this Lux Villains team has played in the Blackline Championship Series. It's definitely going to be a relatively scary moment for them. As Vinny T, Foreign, Mr. Twister can't get through Mocha as that one open. Vinny T didn't make connection, and it's Tiny Tin to end the overtime at 1:51 seconds. Vinny T just a bit too slow. It's Tiny Tin who will find the open net. Cloudy Blue. Well, that's a goal that they desperately needed. Now on double match points. All they need is one more game. And this series will be theirs. Cloudy Blue showing us that they've got the experience here, but as is usual for Cloudy Blue, they cannot seem to take too many huge leads in these games without having a response of some sort. We also have to give credit to Lux Villains. They're the ones that are doing this and creating these issues for Cloudy Blue to take this win. mean, Game 5 is definitely not off the cards here with how Lux Villains have been playing. But they need to do well here in Game 4. Need to be clutch. That's not been easy for them. And Cloudy Blue close the series out, get their first win of the season. Or do the newcomers and Lux Villains send what will be our start, the Backline Championship Series, all the way to Champions Field? Cloudy Blue trying to be at the top. Be a true team leader here. Do that, they've got to be able to take leads early. They've done so well early, you know, for most of the games in this series. But you can already tell Lux Villains a heightened sense of impatience here. A lot more commitment, a lot more willingness to just throw themselves at the ball, and that's definitely going to keep Cloudy Blue back. It's definitely going to slow down their offensive progression. Again, even though they have done pretty well when they don't have many shots, this team in Cloudy Blue definitely not do well if they had less shots. Still is a viable strategy here, and Lux Villains willing to take it here as a flip reset. Oh, it's awkward! Two committed for Cloudy Blue and neither of them connected. The ball will fall in. Lux Villains with the lead. As it is, Vinny T will take it there as Lauren jumped early on that one. And so did Mr. Twister. Double commit for Cloudy Blue that they really could not afford to make. And that's the reason why. Because Lux Villains will score back. Now the other way. Double tap up high. Mr. Twister. Great speed though. It's so tough to jump early for those chances because on defense the ball's right above your head. It's such an awkward look. The camera plays mind games on you in that position. And hit Mr. Twister. Quickly, not even with a hesitation, to go for it. Cloudy Blue now with offense again. Celestia trying to keep it away just as fast. Tiny Tin. Hitting Mocha. Foreign. Vinny T, it's Mr. Twister. Oh, a straight pass right to Vinny T. Tiny Tin, though, will jump up before Mocha could get the chance of the demo. And now he's got past the last defender. It is Tiny Tin to tie it up. Great job baiting in Slushy as well. That first touch so heavy. Slushy thinks Tiny Tin doesn't have the ability to come back to it. But he boosts through that touch. That's the key to his success there. That's what gives Cloudy Blue the space they need, the opportunities they need to make sure Lux Villains stay at bay. Yes, oh, wait a second. All three players on the same side here for Cloudy Blue. A misrotation that could prove to be costly. And oftentimes, you see those misrotations come from miscommunication, come from players not really talking to each other. Usually a little bit of greed, often for that boost in that corner. Yeah, it is going to come back to cost them here the other way. As an infield pass from Slushy will catch to Mocha. And again, Lux Villains would love to see Game 5. It definitely does feel right to see the series go that way. Especially with it being our first here in Season 15. But Cloudy Blue have the abilities to prevent that. They'll need another goal though, and Foreign already called in. He's got a great touch! No one challenges Foreign! Cloudy Blue just a step ahead. And just look at how fast he's up to that. Matey never went for it. Confidence there from Foreign. And that confidence was not off-placed. As the midfield open for Foreign. Oh, Tiny Tin wanted to get the team pinch there, but they didn't get very far with that one. And they'll have to go upfield a different way. Mr. Twister. No boost left. Tiny Tin jumps early, doesn't have it. Foreign will. Mr. Twister can't get the dunk. And Lux Villains with a free collect here. Oh, but not so free if Tiny Tin will challenge like that. Cloudy Blue not taking no for an answer, not waiting for their chances anymore. They're looking to make it themselves, and Tiny Tin may have found it here. Foreign to the corner. Still Foreign. Mr. Twister wanted a piece of it. Cloudy Blue will persist here. Infield Mocha. needs to clear it away or else Mr. Twister is going to be on the end of that one. He will still be here in the midfield as Foreign. No dunk on Slushy. Vinny T. Back to Slushy. Mocha waiting. 1, 2, free. And Tiny Tin catching that corner and that save. Tiny Tin. Slushy. Little touch. Now a little pinch. Foreign. Oh, what a great play there. But Mocha will clear. Tiny Tin. Oh, and he's just caught Mr. Twister in an awkward position here. Cloudy Blue trying to play so fast they sometimes catch each other off guard. It has not come back to bite them though as Foreign. He's got the double save. Tiny Tin. If at first you don't succeed, always throw in the follow-up. Foreign with the double tap. It's Tiny Tin to finish. And with 62 seconds left, Cloudy Blue closing in on a series win here in week 1. But Mocha, the flick, trying to go the other way. Foreign's touch not very far. Vinny T will go on target. Mr. Twister will cut across. Mocha again. Foreign, another heavy touch. Runs out of boost, but will allow Tiny Tin to push up. And he's got a double! Tiny Tin looking to send this one away for Cloudy Blue. The double tap may have just silenced Lux's villains. On the comeback there. As off the back wall, awkward as well. Tiny Tin won't need to score this one. It's Foreign on the end of it. As off the kickoff, you can't blame Lux for pushing up on that kickoff, but it does have that risk on it, and that risk will prove to be fatal. Cloudy Blue with another. Lux villains trying to push up. They're giving up goals and giving Cloudy Blue much higher likelihood that this series will be theirs, and all Cloudy Blue now needs to do is just play a little bit of defense. Lux villains the other way. Mocha, what a touch there. He's got the power behind it. And Lux villains, the hope is fading, but it is not done yet. There's still a little bit left in them. 26 seconds to get 2 goals. We've seen it done before. And this kickoff may be a good start too, but Cloudy Blue quickly trying to intercept Vinny T. Here's a Twister. Oh, we had Tiny Tim jump in as well. Cloudy Blue will keep that chance away. Slushy now has to turn on this. And Lux villains have to push upfield as Foreign runs out of boost. Slushy, Vinny T. That one's going to the goal. 4 seconds remain. Lux villains not quitting. And this game 4 may still have a lot left in it if Lux villains have anything to say about it. 4 seconds. The kickoff will matter. That's a win for Lux villains. Vinny T off the corner. Now they need to get their chance. Mocha won't get it though. Cloudy Blue will take the series, their first win of the season. A team that returned from last season. A team that has been here for a while. Their week 1 match will result in a victory. Tough battle to say the very least, but Cloudy Blue are all about that. They are a team that is definitely not against this. And they acclimate well to this pressure. They will take the win here, 3-1. An exciting series as well to start things off. It was very close. But it won't be Lux villains. It will be for Cloudy Blue. Again, our only match tonight as well, and excited that we got to see this one. It was well worth a wait for Black Lion at Season 15 if these are the kind of matches we get. As we are going to get an interview. I know Tiny Tin likes to get interviews, so gotta get him in here for one, right? We have to. Kind of his thing. He loves to join us for these, so let's we'll wait on Tiny Tin to join on in, and I'm gonna have a little interview with him tonight, and why not? Is again, congratulations, Cloudy Blue, a big win. Again, I've seen this team so often. This team's one that will compete with anybody, but needed to have this kind of a start, especially how last season went for them. They'll definitely want to improve on it. And talk about that is Tiny Tin. Welcome in, Tiny Tin. A 3-1 win.
40.
It's been a while, my friend. You're back in the
I
Blackline
know.
Contenders series, and you start week on off with a great win over Lux Villains. How are you feeling? Sure, it's a little bit rusty for you guys, but you're back in it.
Yeah, we're feeling great. We played about two scrims, two league games today, and that was the last one. So we're feeling amazing. All dubs today.
As you said, and I know for a lot of for you guys this season, it's going to be a lot about kind of focusing on trying to improve from last season. Last season, not the ending you wanted to. You guys went to the lower bracket early and didn't make much progress. This season, I know you guys want to take that away. What's your confidence? I know you guys have had to play in the Royalty Series as well. In between that, has your confidence improved since season 14 that you guys can do better here in the Contender Series and improve on what you guys have done before?
Oh yeah, we've been putting in the hours. We've been working. We ain't gonna let what happened last season happen again. We are locked in. We are ready for whatever team wants to play us.
And I love to hear that confidence. I've mentioned that this team's a confident one. You guys coming in, though, it still seems like that same team as well from last season. You guys can't seem to get wins very easily against opponents because it always is so close. You guys are one of those teams, though, I mentioned that always keeps up with anybody in this league and always plays up to anyone in this league. So, doing that again, you guys are used to this pressure. You think, being a veteran, this season, does that help you at all? Being a veteran, knowing that how this league works, because if I want to know from you if that's an advantage that you guys take seriously over some of your other opponents.
Yeah, well, we're too worried about this. We ain't nervous or anything. We're used to it. We played in a lot of different leagues since the last season, and we're used to a whole bunch of different teams. We're ready for whatever comes at us.
And I love to that one, a 1-0 start here in season 15. I accidentally said it was season 15. Sorry, 14 on social media. It's season 15. Again, a 1-0 start. Again, I know for you guys, though, it's only the beginning. You still have tons of matches to go. And as you know, this Contender Series is ruthless. It is tough to be
Yes,
recognized
yes.
in this series because there's so many teams. It's by far the biggest, or the toughest to make it to the playoffs. So, coming off to a good start, I'm sure you guys are happy. What are you guys going to do to make sure that that continues? Because there's a lot of new teams here, and a good amount of them want that spot just as badly as you guys do.
Yeah, we're gonna keep working. We're gonna keep scrimming. The higher level teams get on the rank grind, especially this new next season coming up. We're gonna really lock in this season. It's gonna be a whole different cloudy blue this time.
Yet, even so, a lot of the same players. Well, thank you so much for joining, Tiny Tin. Congratulations on your win. It's been so long since we've seen you on this stream, and
Thank you, thank you.
hey, it feels good to see you again. I know we'll be seeing you guys a lot. I know you guys love to be on this stream, so we're gonna see you more in the next coming weeks. But before you leave, Tiny Tin, before you exit, you already know we gotta get some shoutouts here. And with the again, I don't think you've won since last season. So
Yeah,
I, I mean, do you have any shoutouts? Anything you want to say out there to the people that have been listening to you guys?
yeah. I want to shout out my team, of course. Foreign, our carry on the squad, Twist, and then our coach Adeki. He's really been putting in the work for us. He's been grinding. I just love uh the time he puts into us. Again, a shout out to Adeki, and that's it.
Again, thank you so much for joining, Tiny Tin. Congratulations on your win for Cloudy Blue. Your first of what you guys will hope to be many. I would hope to see as many as well. So again, congratulations on your win. Have an amazing rest of your nights and take care. I know we'll see you again very soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, player.
And that was Tiny Tin there of Cloudy Blue joining us for that little interview. It feels so refreshing to see him again. He has been on this stream so often. He's won so often. I haven't seen him all that much recently, but back, of course, get to see incredible stuff. Well, we're gonna get over here. Thank you all so much for joining the Spottiest streams tonight. I know our only match here, but we'll have a ton of matches to come in future weeks. So for now, take care. Have a great night. We'll be live again with more tomorrow. We've got a ton of matches throughout the entirety of this week, but we'll be offline for now. We'll see you again tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.